like I've been saying, I've been watching this a long time, even back when it started in Virginia. Well, I didn't live in Virginia, but I did work a little bit in Virginia, D.C., mostly Maryland. But we have regional news. It was in the newspapers. I was even reading about it in the newspapers. So it's reality. Do I want them locked up? No. But again, your stories don't work. You're wanting them out there to be the good old anchor children. You don't have any good in you. Social CTF programs that you said you were going to take care of the people with. But here's how it works. If you read the news articles about the children that get raped, remember we're talking about all these rapists and all these pedophiles that they're locking up and deporting and all that type of thing that are immigrants. The majority of victims, sexual victims of those unlawfully present illegal immigrants, are immigrant children. They don't always name them, but they name the scenario. And it's obviously an immigrant child or several immigrant children. That's part of the reason why they tried that scam on me, because they know I know the truth. So again, there's a multitude of reasons. Also, they don't always get taken care of the right way outside of sexual violence. Now, I'd have to look at each case to decide what should be done. Maybe some of those cases, the parents just simply need to go. Again, most of these people signed a document that said they would leave once they were asked to leave. Now, some of these might be unaccompanied children that they had to find. Remember Holman's telling you we found the missing children? Now you want to put them back out on the street. What, for sex trafficking? They say Epstein, but they don't say that other guy. What's that guy name? The actor? And I don't wish anybody evil. He's been tormented enough, but again, he shouldn't have done it. Begins with an S. What's that actor's name? Now, of all, I think of all the rich people that had to pay for some sort of sexual impropriety or sex crime, he pretty much is. It's paid more than most. Kevin Spacey. I mean, he got off the hook, but on some of it. Right. Or maybe all of it, I can't remember. But having been an abused child, I will tell you, when they describes the scenarios, this was just like accepted shit back then. I mean, I'm not saying it should happen. That's the funny part. Everybody tries to solve, and really the truth today isn't what they say it is. It's just people are more secretive nowadays. A lot more scam out there sexually. Again, not condoning his actions, but he was just part of a culture that existed and nobody got in trouble for it. You had to be like Uncle Eddie. Had to be something twisted. Uncle Eddie used to have him slam his genitals in a door. So at least that's what we heard. I don't know if it was true. We'd have the internet. Most of it was just rumors. And maybe Howard Stern, I think, talked about it sometimes. So again, a lot of these children are probably the ones that were found. Right? I spoke about those children when I lived in Santa Fe. I say it didn't make sense. They're doing, I don't think these people that are picking these children up. And of course, they believe if they say anything, they could be deported. And of course, they want to get rid of me. I had all the evidence of what they were actually doing. It was in Trump's first administration, but it's just you're not going to catch it all that fast, right? But I mean, it wasn't Trump per se. Well, because they attack and they go, the children, you're locking the children up. So you come up with a system, to get them out of detention, and next they go missing. Because there were court orders and all sorts of shit we were dealing with, right? And again, they figured it out this time what to do. Yeah, the things you hear Kevin Spacey do, even if he did it, that was just accepted shit back then. Haven't been a victim of some of it. And they'll drug you, get you drunk, and you're thinking you're going to just get drunk, with a bunch of people, and then next year you're drugged. No, it's not why I say the government drugged me. It's because the government drugged me. You got some weirdos in that government, I'll tell you that. And they're contractors, quote unquote. I have no idea what's going on in Iran for sure. Very secretive. Pakistan probably knows more than anybody. Somebody's definitely stalking me this morning when I was ordering from Amazon. Caused me to order the wrong stuff, and then I couldn't get my other stuff ordered. Elon's trying to get me, since I got a little bit extra disability, Elon's trying to get me to go to Premium Plus. The first year was cheaper, I think. The second year, I was like, oh my God, no. I can't afford that. All right, where is my coffee mug? Take a little bit of coffee. We kind of run down all day. Well, I'm drinking too much coffee at all. I had to buy some dark coffee because the flavoring was just too light. The company I'm buying from is got honest roasts and stuff, so you have to be careful if you try to match what you did from another company. So again, the idea they come out of detention, it's a case by case basis, but a lot of them will fare much worse. So yeah, if you read between the lines, and it's not that difficult in the news articles, you can tell that the immigrant raped an immigrant kid. Now, I don't know if they give them automatic green card for that or not. If you're a victim of a crime, you can sometimes get a green card. Back when the original support for the immigrants came in, the illegal immigrants, there was a whole lot less than they are now. A whole lot less. They were just working, agriculture and pretty much nannies and stuff like that, especially for politicians. Every once in a while, they'd catch a politician with an illegal employee. I don't even know if it even matters anymore. Well, I bought ground coffee instead of whole bean, and it's too fine. So when I put it in the pour over, I just put it on top of the grounds that are not so fine, and then it works. But the only reason we're having difficulty in Iran is because all the people supporting Iran from the United States. I mean, the Me Too people are supporting Iran. Go figure. I mean, it doesn't make any sense. Look at this communist dude. I don't know how the guy's name is, Dom Luker or whatever his name is. He gets some good stuff. He chilled out a little bit on some of it. Right. He was going a little bit Candace for a while. And he went more improve the quality of what he's putting out. Well, breaking: American Communist Jackson Hinkle was surrounded by thousands of Muslims as he spoke at the International Quds Day rallies across Yemen, and they're like holding out firearms and. I guess Soros is trying to buy into Yemen, huh? Yeah, Trump will fix it and then he'll buy in. Right. Another thing to understand is if you have an increase in sex crime and sex criminals, which you do when you bring the immigrants in, you've already figured out that they presented the data falsely, that it's less likely that an immigrant would commit a crime than an American citizen. It's just they're not using per capita. But that increases that mind. Right. The criminal mind increases. The sexual crime mind increases. How old is this true? Was it Germany wants 80% of the Syrians in the country to return to Syria within the next 3 years? The Syrians say they won't leave and that no one can force them. And then he says, this will not end well. Right. Germans will be rougher than ice, I guarantee it. What is the State Freedom Caucus? All right. Well, stay peaceful. Praise God in all that you do. Those kids aren't necessarily going to be any better off outside detention. They should mostly move back to their nation of origin.